Cryptid cadets. Today we're diving headlong into dangerous waters. Literally. Mermaids and their slightly dragony flavoured cousins, the Melusine, two aquatic nightmares that have haunted sailors, nobles, and on one memorable occasion your wing commander when he had one too many gin fizzes at Brighton Pier. Beg your pardon. Now, before you roll your eyes and mutter fairy tales, let me remind you, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Also, I've personally confiscated a selfie stick from a mermaid off Skegness Pier. So buckle up, keep your arms inside the lecture, and maybe bring a towel. Mermaids. Half woman, half fish, all trouble. Been around since about 1000 BC, courtesy of the Assyrian goddess Atargatis, who took one dip too many and forgot which half of her was supposed to stay human. Now sailors, well, they're famous for two things. Drinking far too much and making very poor decisions about women, which is why seeing a manatee after 3 months at sea could somehow turn into, "Good heavens, Geoffrey, she's the love of my life." But don't be fooled. Mermaids are not Disney's greatest hits with good hair and a karaoke number. They're duality incarnate, beauty and death, desire and doom. Much like your ex-girlfriend, they will absolutely ruin your weekend, often by luring you into a rock, literally. From Homer's sirens to the Norse Hafru, the pattern is always the same. Sing beautifully, sink ships, scatter bones. And if you're thinking, well, I'll just pop in some earplugs, let me remind you, these are supernatural entities. They'll find another way. Mermaids, they don't play fair. Now, if mermaids are the sea's femme fatales, Melusine is the awkward in-law nobody talks about. Picture this. You meet a beautiful woman. She builds you a castle. Yes, actually builds it. Architects hate her. Manages your estate, raises your children, bakes a somewhat adequate pie. But every Saturday she insists on bathing alone. Now, most sensible men would think, splendid, I'll mow the moat. But medieval husbands, tragically incapable of leaving well enough alone, they peek. They discover she's part serpent, sometimes twin-tailed, occasionally half-dragon, and then it all goes terribly French. Screaming, betrayal, dramatic exits, entire dynasties ruined overnight. Melusine is the heartbreak architect, builds everything up, and then tears it down in one operatic strop. Truly the diva of European folklore. So cadets, the checklist. Mermaids, all fish, all sea, sink ships, steal hearts, and smell faintly of cod. Melusine, half woman, half serpent dragon, builds castles, marries badly, storms off in tears. Danger levels? Mermaids ruin sailors. Melusine ruins bloodlines. Honestly, flip a coin. Either way you're doomed. Now the skeptics in the back will say, well, surely these are just manatees or dugongs spotted after too much rum. Which is fair, except have you ever actually seen a dugong? They don't look like women. They look like bloated beanbags that have sort of given up on life. Mermaids persist because the sea is terrifying, endless, dark, full of teeth, and humanity's imagination has always loved to put a pretty face on its fears. Melusine, meanwhile, isn't from the sea at all. She's dynastic propaganda. French nobles saying, look, our great-grandmother was literally magic. No wonder we're in charge. The sort of thing plays wonderfully well in medieval courts, provided no one peeks behind the bathroom door. Now you may be asking, Wing Commander, have you ever seen one? Well, confidentially, yes. In 1943, a fellow RAF pilot, no names because I swore to him I wouldn't, claimed a mermaid tried to hitch a ride on his Spitfire. Said she clung to the wingtip for a few seconds before diving back into the channel, leaving only a trail of salt water and a lipstick print on his fuselage. And the Melusine? I once attended a reception in Luxembourg where the family crest suspiciously resembled a lady with twin tails. When I asked, the host coughed, changed the subject, and suddenly insisted we discuss wine instead. Very telling. So yes, I've not only heard the stories, I've smelled the salt, I've seen the scales, and let me tell you, you don't forget that sort of thing. So mermaids and Melusine, one embodies the sea, the other the land. Both are thresholds between human and not, love and betrayal, dream and nightmare. Do I believe in them? Let's say this. I've fought dragons. I've contained a basilisk in a Surrey basement and once confiscated Nessie's hat. Compared to that, a woman with a fishtail seems positively normal. But here's the thing. Myths survive because they're useful. They remind us that the world is stranger, wetter and far more dangerous than we care to admit. And they whisper that even in an age of satellites and sonar, there are still corners of the deep we haven't yet mapped. So next time you're on a ferry and you hear singing, don't lean over the rail. And if your spouse insists on a Saturday bath, for heaven's sake, let them just have it. Don't peek in. Until next time, cadets, keep your wits sharp, your boots dry, and whatever you do, don't peek behind the bathroom door.